My name's Victor Gregg, and I am the author of Rifleman. I've tried to give, say, a worm's eye view, a view from the bottom, and what it's like, and what these lads go through, and how it affects their minds when they come out. When we jump to Arnhem, green light goes on, out you all go, and jumping from about 400 feet, everything's covered in smoke, so you know that you're in trouble. Noise all over the place, blokes screaming, machine guns, and you have people trying to find each other. Then you've got to locate your, once you've landed, you've got to locate your big panniers which have come down with all your gear in, all your heavy gear, find that, empty that, get yourself in some sort of group, and then you've got to make your way somehow or the other across the DZ zone, the drop-in zone, where they've told us before in the briefing, right, we're going to be over there, and that's where the battalion is going to reform. You've got to get over there, that's the thing. And a lot of blokes didn't make it. After the end of the second day, the other two lads who had been my team, they were dead. And I had another, and I was just lucky, I was survived. And then on the last day, on the sixth day, we'd been told that there's going to be a breakout, but we didn't know when, pouring the rain. And then this officer who was with us, I don't know where he came from, he was going to go and look for some more ammunition, because we'd run out. And he came back and said there was nobody there, but he thought the Germans were behind us. So, like a lot of other of the lads there who got captured, we tried to get away. Got away for a couple of days, but they soon picked us up. Picked us up. That was it. Terrible. That was the only other example of hand-to-hand fighting that I Biederfom and Arnhem. I don't know whether Arnhem was probably the worst because it lasted longer. Yeah, I mean, it lasted 6 days, and there's so many men got killed. I think we had 80 out of our 600 men who dropped. I think there was 80 left at the end. Well, the soap factory, that was another accident. And I got sent to the soap factory because, as punishment, because I'd got captured after trying to get away. And they teamed me up with this big bloke comes from Yorkshire. And our job then was to shovel the pummie powder, because they never had any fats or anything, shoved the pummie powder into a wheelbarrow, up the slope and into this big mixer. On the other side of the wall, some Italians were building a wall. Cement, big pile of it, and it looked the same as the pummie powder. So this bloke I was teamed up with suggested we put a barrel load of cement in the machine, which we did. And the next day, he pulls down the lever to start the factory up. Nothing happens. And in 5 minutes, all the roofs are alight. So it's all burning merrily. So they go and send for the police. The police come down with a couple of Gestapo wallers or whatever they were, and wheels me and this mate of mine away, takes us in front of another officer who says that we'll be going to this Straflager until they can carry out the punishment. And what's that, mate? Oh, they'll probably shoot you. So we're in there. Another horrific scene. And that night they came over and bombed the place. A whacking great bomb landed on the first raid. A big bomb landed outside the place where we were in the centre of Dresden. Blew the wall down. Killed my mate. And that's goes from there. Got out of there into this heat. Everything was burning hot. People were burning. people were alight, everything was alight, smoke. And then after about 20 minutes the raid finished. An hour later the next wave come over, even bigger, and they dropped these big blast bombs which broke the buildings down, and everything caught alight then, everything. I'd always fought my battles against men in the field. I'd never had this experience of civilians involved in the death and destruction which went with the war in general, and that really shook me to my foundations. Well, when things get rough and there's no way out, you make a cup of tea and then you say to yourself, well, don't worry, it'll all come out in the wash.